Hey everybody, Chris with Cajun in a Kayak. That's Cajun with a K, Kayak with a K, you know what you do. I want to come with a new segment and hopefully it'll be weekly, and I'm going to call it What You Need Wednesdays. And if you're new like me, that's what this channel is all about. So before we get started, just want to say if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel, share it, and as I learned last week, click that notification button and you'll get notified every time I push a video out. So What You Need Wednesdays is going to be tips, short videos about what you need if you're new to kayak fishing, what I learned, and how you can avoid any of the mistakes I made. So I'm talking to you today about nets. Now, when it comes to nets, you need one in a kayak because sometimes the fish you get are large, and saltwater fish are strong, way stronger than freshwater fish in my opinion. And if you're in a kayak, there is a chance that you can have some instability issues. A net allows you to have leverage in bringing a fish in. So let me show you what I did first. Of course, trying to be cheap, when I first started fishing out of this kayak, I went and bought a net. And I'm sure I got it at Walmart or one of the sporting goods stores. And I don't know if you can see, but it's an aluminum net. This brand here called a landing net. And it didn't take me very long. Matter of fact, one of the first trips I took fishing out in saltwater was with my brother John, who you met in the last video. And he quickly informed me this net was probably not going to work, and I didn't understand why until I caught my first fish. This net, if you can see up close, I hope it'll focus. This is just a standard net and real thin, and every time I landed a fish, my hook would twist up in it, catch in it, and it would be a mess. And then I quickly learned also that what you need is, if this net were to fall in the water, it's over. You won't see it. It's not going to float. It's going to sink. So two disadvantages. First of all, cheap. It's not always a disadvantage, but in this case it is. Secondly, this material, just plain nylon rope, I suppose, and it would hook, twist, fins. I mean, you name it. It was difficult to get a fish out of this net. And then durability. It bent on my first, I don't know if you can tell, but it bent on my first fish. So I highly recommend you go to the next option, and that is a floating net. Now, when it comes to these floating nets, the one I have is really nice. I see a lot of guys that have these. It's got this foam core handle all the way around. You drop this in the water, it's gonna float. And so that's advantage number one. Advantage number two, a leash built in. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a clip, a hook. You can clip it anywhere on your boat, guaranteed not to lose. Hook it to a rod leash, you won't lose it. It won't float away from you if you're in a stiff current, and you can keep it close. And then finally, the most important thing, landing the fish. This is a coated material, rubberized of some sort. And those who are a lot smarter than me will probably be able to tell you more about that than I can. But this allows me to land a fish and it not get tangled up or my hooks get caught. And then I don't know if you can tell, but it's got a bucket bottom. A bucket bottom. And what I mean by that is, if you can see, it's got a big mouth bottom. And that allows you to catch bigger fish, wider fish, longer fish, and give you more leverage. So, nets. Super important when you're kayak fishing, especially in saltwater. Highly recommend a floating net, but also one with coated netting. Rubberized netting. I'm not sure of the terminology. Don't go cheap. Spend a little extra so you don't have to buy two like I did. I hope this was helpful to you, and hopefully you'll be able to catch the next What You Need Wednesday. This is Chris with Cajun in a Kayak. That's Cajun with a K, Kayak with a K, and we'll catch you on the flip side.